The Galactic Academy of Civilized Species prided itself on welcoming learners from across the stars. Its shining lecture halls were filled with beings from hundreds of worlds, each species carefully screened for temperament, safety, and compatibility. But on this day, the Academy's largest auditorium was silent. Dozens of alien students sat in nervous anticipation, their bodies tense, appendages twitching, sensory frills pulsing with unease. They had heard the rumors, carried on hushed whispers through the dorm corridors. The Academy had accepted humans. Deathworlders, hissed a scaled Tesseract, her tail coiling tight around her seat. Killers of predators, muttered a crystalline vril, his light fractals dimming in nervous flickers. Why would the Academy allow them here? Whispered a soft-skinned Lorivian, who had never in her life stepped barefoot on soil. The answer never came. Instead, the great doors at the back of the hall opened with a hiss. They walked in. 2 humans. Mere juveniles, according to their records. A boy and a girl, both dressed in the simple dark uniforms of the Academy, each carrying only a satchel. They looked ordinary enough. Flesh instead of scales, no claws, no natural armor, no venom sacs. Fragile, almost laughably so. And yet, the entire room recoiled. The girl noticed. She smirked, nudging her companion. Told you they'd stare. The boy grinned. Guess we're celebrities. They strolled casually down the aisle, completely at ease, while the other students shrank back in their seats. Even the air seemed heavier with their presence. Professor Vaylor, an elder of the feather-crested Irkani, cleared his throat and tried to steady his quills. Class, please welcome your new peers. This cycle marks the Academy's first attempt at interspecies integration with Terrans. The words fell flat. No one applauded. No one moved. The fear was thick, like an invisible fog. The humans, however, took seats in the front row, as though they hadn't noticed the tension at all. It was only during the first exercise, a simple simulation meant to encourage cooperation, that the aliens realized why humans were feared. The task: escape a virtual labyrinth while working in mixed species groups. Each obstacle was designed to test patience, planning, and communication. The humans were paired with 3 alien classmates: a cautious Vril, a delicate Lorivian, and a Tesseract who eyed them suspiciously. Within seconds, the humans were sprinting through the holographic corridors. "Wait, stop!" the Lorivian cried. "The walls are unstable. The simulation warned us." "Exactly," said the boy, grinning. "So if it collapses, we'll know which way not to go." He leapt forward, deliberately triggering a trap that dropped spiked barriers from the ceiling. He rolled under them, laughing as sparks flew. The aliens screamed. The girl was no better. When a simulated predator blocked their path, she didn't suggest retreat. She picked up a broken piece of holographic debris and charged it head-on, yelling, "Come on then!" before the simulation dissolved the beast into harmless pixels. The aliens froze in shock. Who faced danger like that? Who laughed at it? Humans did. When the exercise ended, the alien students huddled together, whispering in alarm. They're reckless. They ignore fear signals. They treat death as a game. Professor Vaylor, observing the data, ruffled his feathers uneasily. The humans had completed the maze faster than any recorded attempt. They had also sustained more injuries, wounds that would have crippled most species. But instead of slowing down, they had grown bolder with each setback. It was madness. And yet, it worked. The breaking point came during a biology lecture. The class was learning about Varsha, a predator world infamous for its monstrous apex species. A hologram flickered to life, displaying the Dravkor, a towering beast with serrated claws and venomous spines. The aliens shuddered instinctively. Even holographic images carried ancestral fear. But the humans? Whoa! The boy breathed. That thing's badass. The girl leaned forward eagerly. Do you think it tastes like chicken? The entire room went silent. Some aliens gagged. One fainted. Professor Vaylor nearly dropped his datapad. The humans exchanged a glance and shrugged. What? You guys don't eat predators? By the end of the week, the alien students no longer saw humans as fragile. They saw them for what they truly were: relentless, curious, fearless to the point of insanity. The humans bled and laughed, failed and tried again, faced predators and asked if they were edible. They were not prey. They were not even predators. They were something new, something the galaxy had never encountered before. And as the alien classroom whispered in dread, one truth became clear. Deathworlder students had arrived, and the galaxy would never be the same.